everybody saw your income reports. So they knew you were doing better and doing better and doing better. Did anybody ever go, oh my gosh, I can't believe he's making that much? Or were you ever like not millionaire, but you know what I mean, internet guy making a lot of money? Because you don't seem, the reason why I ask that is because everybody like loves you as a person. They're like, Pat is so down to earth, he's so amazing. But you're showing how much freaking money you're making online, which is something that doesn't sort of connect very well.
And I think it's because I've shared that whole journey from the beginning, and I have proof behind it. I have not only the numbers in each of those lessons, but or in each of those income reports, but the lessons that go along with them, like actual stuff that made those numbers happen or made those numbers go down. And even before I started, I was really conscious about the fact that I was getting into the space of internet marketing. And I saw what was out there, and I needed something to differentiate myself. And the big differentiator, actually there was a few, was just being completely open and honest, sharing my failures too, because nobody in this space had ever shared their failures. It was always this happy unicorns, rainbows world. Right. And I was like, no, that's not how it is, so I'm gonna share it like it is. And then number 3 was just the fact that, I had a case study in a business outside of this space to prove these concepts that I was learning. And I was using that as my kind of crash test dummy landing pad. I had this existing business that then allowed me to, and qualified me, I guess you could say, to share all this stuff. Because we know a lot of people who get into the same space as us and they don't have that. They're just rehashing information from other people, which is, I know where they're coming from and why they're doing what they're doing. And on a level, they do want to help. But on another level, it's like,
I would have kept going to 300. And I'm like, you're crazy. No. Bobby's amazing.
Yeah, but I'm curious for Bobby's validation process even before that, because before you go out and sell, you have to do some market research. Mm-hmm. And if you find a solution through your market research, and there's a lot of cool exercises actually. There's one called the market map. So before you get into any space, you want to create your market map so you can get an overall perspective of what's going on in that space so you can find out where you're at. So it's the 3 Ps. That is the places where your target audience hangs out, the other people who are influencers in that space, and then finally the products that they are buying right now. And there's a lot of ways to show you how to do that in the book. But it's cool because when you get those 3 Ps, you get this amazing view of the space that you're getting into that the people even in that space don't even have. So even though you might not have a business yet, and a lot of times when we try to start a business, we feel behind because there's other people in that space already. That's what stops a lot of people. Like, somebody already has my idea. But no, you can go in. That's your advantage coming in later. Is like you see what's out there and you can come in and position yourself in a way that is unlike anything out there. You can go to Amazon, look at the 3-star reviews on Amazon, because those are the truthful reviews that tell you the pros and the cons. Incorporate the pros, get rid of the cons when you create your business, and that's how you create the perfect solution for whatever it is that problem is you're creating. And so if you have that solution that you know deep down is going to work for your target audience, then you have to keep going. But if you were to just go out there with this product without actually doing the things that you need to do beforehand, like how do you know where the stopping point was? Like the book does a really good job of creating steps along the way so that if something were to fail, you know that it happened at step 3. And then you could fix that thing there instead of just building a product, shouting from the rooftops, nobody buys, and you're like, what went wrong? It could be anything. But when you break it down into these steps, then you know what went wrong and you can refocus and just focus on maybe it was the way I said it. And then you can focus on that or, all those types of things. So I like the fact that, you bring this up because it's important because validation is not just go out and see who buys it. It's all the things that happen before that too.